I'm back in the church. Hello, hello. It is I, your fellow traitor. Yeah, y'all know it's me. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real entity in reality. And we can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea her. And I am in my trader era right now. Y'all know how it is. I'm in my evil era. Love it. Very comfy and cozy in this era. So think I'm gonna stay here for a while. But I don't have anything to drink. I didn't grab anything to drink, but I do have my cup mug. And since it's me, panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs. Trader edition. But you could get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses. I mean, unless there are some excuses, then, some of our international shipping is a little delayed, but a delay is never a denial. It might not come right away, but it will come. So get your cup merch. Period. All right. I need to see. So we are here talking Traitors UK episode 4. And baby, I'm still sad. Baby, I'm still here for it. I am absolutely loving this season of Traitors. This is giving. It's giving what I wanted to give. It's giving what I want Traitors to give. It's twists, it's turns, it's suspicious, it's all kind of stuff. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. I love it. And we're going to talk all about it. But before we jump into it, y'all know what to do. Hit me up. Subscribe to this channel. I am making it my mission in the year 2025 to get the Cup TV to 1,000 followers. I'm going to cover all the content. If there's content that we don't cover that you want us to cover, put it in the comments below. Let me know, and we'll try to get it on the schedule. But we are trying to cover everything, and we're trying to give you the best content, the best recaps, so we can get our Cup TV channel to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get monetized. We're trying to be in our bag, and we need your help to help us get in that bag, period. So we are trying to do that, and we have reached all of the goals except that. So I ain't too proud to beg. So please, please, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already. And if you know someone else who is into reality TV, competition reality television, we'll say that because that's what we cover here at the Cup TV. We got a lot of shows coming out. It's Trader season right now. UK and US is starting this week. Well, UK has started, US is starting this week. So we are going to be covering all of that. We have all the challenge All Stars is coming. We have other things. It's something else was coming out, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna cover it. But it's a lot of shows coming out. And who knows? I might even cover The Bachelor this season. So I'm not making no promises. I'm just saying it is the new Bachelor starting soon, and I might be a little interested in watching it. So maybe we'll see. But it's stuff happening. We want to cover as much as we possibly can. But y'all know what to do. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we drop. Follow us on all of our other channels. All those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, and all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. So follow us all at all of those places. Yes. Now, let's get into Traitors UK. Episode 4. I'm gonna bring up my uh I'll bring up my That's not the one I want because I don't want to be that. I always find the wrong one. Eh, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, that one works. I always bring up the wrong one. But yes, let me take off the banner so Leon's face won't be covered because not the banner, the let me take off the logo so Leon's face won't be covered up. Anyway, so let's get into it. So we have lost Armani. Our very first traitor has been caught, and y'all, the faithfuls are going crazy. They're losing their minds. They are loving it. They're like, yes, we caught a traitor. We did it. Woohoo. We are the best. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. Let's keep getting all these traitors. Let's get them. Let's get them. And they are, as they say, they are buzzing over the feeling of getting Armani. And they caught a traitor. So they're excited. They're excited about it. And they should be. They should be. Um, so everybody's just like, we knew it. We knew it. Um, we knew this was happening. And everybody was looking at now Kasim because they're like, not Mina, Armani was very, very much like in your corner. Armani was very much like, supporting you and had your back. Does that make you a traitor? And Cass is like, I don't know why Armani had my back. That's not even, but whatever. Everybody is like sneaking off. Like, I think it's Cass. I think it's him. I think it's him. He'll be back at work in the morning. Yep, yep, yep. So everybody's just like, he is. I think it's him. I don't trust it. Other names was coming out. People didn't like the way Anna was doing some things, so her name popped out that night. So it was kind of like, okay, all right, well, we don't know, we'll see. Next day, we got the turret happen and we saw what was happening. We knew who was on the short list to go and be murdered. That was Freddie, that was Maya, and that was Charlotte. And um Linda and Mina were like, who would make the most sense? And who who could we kill that it won't come back on us? And so they were thinking it about, and so they made their decision, sent it to Claudia. She delivered the news. So we get to breakfast the next day, and everybody's coming in. Everybody's coming in except the last three people, which are Freddie, Maya, and Charlotte. And everybody's like, oh, who could it be? And so people like, it would make no sense that for it to be Maya unless it was Freddie who killed her. If Freddie walks in, we know and Maya doesn't, we know it's Freddie. And they're like, but Charlotte would, I don't know, but make any sense because Charlotte killed Keith, right? They were just coming up with all kind of things. But the initial, how it came down to, they were like, if Maya comes back in, it gotta be Freddie. It gotta be Freddie, right? It has to be Freddie. Freddie did it. So the last knock happens. Charlotte walks in, and Freddie walks in, which means Maya is gone. They got rid of the sisters on the same night. Tragic. Tragic and savage. Like, I wouldn't have. That is why you don't come in telling folks that that is your sister. That is why I don't want to play a game like this with my sister because I don't want them to put the two of us together and then be putting us against each other or kill us all at the same time. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. But it was what it was. And it got both of them got. Armani and Maya got, unfortunately. And the bad thing is, I really wanted Maya to stay. I really liked Maya. She was on my draft team too, so which was tragic. Um, but Maya's gone. Everybody now is convinced it's Freddie. Well, mostly everybody. Mostly everybody. Some people more vocal than others, like Tyler. Tyler was very vocal about how he thought it was Freddie. It was Freddie. It was Freddie. Look at his reaction. It's fake, not real. It's definitely Freddie. Freddie did it. Don't care what you say. Freddie did it. Tyler had convinced Olivia and Leanne that it was Freddie. Freddie, Freddie, Freddie. Freddie did it. Don't trust it. It's Freddie. And so he was on that Freddie rant the entire day. Other people were like, I don't know about Freddie. I think that will be too obvious for Freddie to kill Maya after she called him out. Like she literally just called him out. Why would he then turn around and kill her? That just seems wild to me. And they were like, but then he could be double bluffing and that could be a thing. But I don't know. Leon is like, my gut is telling me it's not Freddie. My gut is saying it's Kasim. I feel like it's Kasim. And Dan is like, I don't know about Anna though. Anna is doing some things that's kind of making me, and it's just not sitting well with my spirit. And then we see a little annoyance between Joe and Dan. Joe is just like Dan says something, Joe says something, Dan rebuts, and Joe's like, oh my God, every time I say something, he got something to say. Like he's become very annoyed with Dan, and Dan is like annoyed with Joe. They like, it's not personal, it's a game. Like, I'm not saying this to, say that you said something or you meant something. I'm just saying my thought. Like, they are butting heads. Like, they're not on the same page. They're not on the same page. And it's starting to show a little bit. It's wild. It's wild. But then Lisa has a conversation with, I think it was Dan, and somebody else, can't remember. But she lets them know about her suspicions on Anna because of how she handled the challenge the other day, the mission. Like, she got out the boat and she was supposed to tie the boat up. She went to the right place to tie the boat. Then she ran to another wrong spot, and then they had to call her back to the right spot. And then instead of her tying the boat up, she just wrapped it around and let it go. And the boat started drifting back out into the water. And they're like, wait a minute. So that left some suspicion on Lisa about Anna. Was like, I don't know. Maybe she is kind of um tried to be a traitor and like didn't want us to get off the boat, so we'll be left, not with the shield. I don't know. It was it was wild. It was wild. It was interesting, but Lisa had her suspicions. Dan was like, that's what I've been saying, that's what I'm thinking. Um, we see the house kind of mm, talking and then not talking to certain people because I think they just weren't talking to the people who they thought were possibly traitors. They didn't want to give the traitors a new name to put into in their mouths. Like, this person said my name and then I got killed, so it got to be this person. So they try not to talk around certain people who they think are the traitors. Um, Kasim and Freddie and Anna, possibly. And so they're trying not to talk around them. And it's kind of like, I have a question though. Jake was awfully quiet about Linda this time. And I'm like, is he finally getting off Linda's neck? I mean, he right, but is he finally getting off Linda's neck? Which I'd be perfectly okay with if he got off Linda's neck, because I want Linda to get to the end with Mina and then they win. Like, but I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Like, Uh, but I think he might have got off our neck a little bit, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. Not mad about it at all. But then we see it's time for the mission. We go on the mission, and everybody is going over what Claudia said at breakfast that you're going to rattle some cages. And we saw at the beginning of the episode that the traders the players who got off the train were told to come here by a mysterious person in a mask. And they got led into a carriage and drove to a undisclosed location. And when they get to the mission, there are 3 cages hanging in the air. And the 3 people of Jack, Faja, and Alexander are all in these cages. And they are like hanging there. And Claudia lets them know that the mission is around the forest is coins worth £50, £50 each. And your job is to go collect the most coins and try to build up the prize pot. You can win up to $7,500, I think it was, for the prize pot. But you also can help 2 people get back into the game because the coins, you have to take the coins that you collect and put it in one of the people's slots. And if they get 10 coins, their cage starts to lower. So every 10 coins, their cage gets lower and lower. And once they get enough where their cage hits the ground, they are back in the game. And so it was all about who got the coins, who ran, who got it, who put the most coins in the thing, and 2 people were going to come back into this game. Now, me and David have been saying we didn't think they were out of the game for sure the entire time, and we were right, and I'm glad we were right. And so Claudia gave each of them some time to plead their case to why they should come into the house. And Alexander let him know right off the bat that he was someone who they needed. He worked in intelligence and um, interrogation skills. He reads people really well. He feels like he'll be a good asset. Now, at the beginning, he was not going to tell anybody that part about him, but he decided this is the best way to get back in the game. The faithful will want somebody like me on their team to help them get the traders and get this money. And so Alexander told him that, and everybody was like, okay. Faja reminded them that she was the first person to get off the train very quickly so they would not lose a lot of money. And she hoped that the people would pay her back and show her love because she sacrificed her game so that the team would not lose money. And she would do it again. She did it without question and she did it very quickly. So the money loss was not on her. And so people were okay about that. And then Jack was like, hey, I'm from Yorkshire, and I am 6'5". I can help you get money. I'm very happy to help. Let's get it. Let's bring me back in the game. So after all the pleas happened, they took off running. Everybody was collecting coin after coin after coin. They collected all their coins. They were putting them in different slots. And everybody was, Faja took a really big lead in the beginning. And she was like, Leanne was going hard for Faja, like going, running, getting stuff, put stuff in. And this is what I said. I was like, this is the thing that people could notice, possibly notice that she goes hard in these challenges and nobody would expect her to. So it got to be something else. But they didn't catch up on that. They didn't catch the fact that she could actually hold her own and go that hard. But Faja was clearly in the lead from the get-go. That Leanne was going in hard for her, and so was Jake. They were going in hard for her, and people were like finding stuff and was giving it back. So Faja was in the lead. Then it was between Alexander and Jack. And as soon as Alexander would get some and go down, Jack would get some and go down. Alexander would get some and go down. Jack would get some and go down. But in the end, it was Faja and Alexander who were brought back into the game, and they came in as faithfuls. So, and Claudia reminded them, was like, but be careful. You don't know if they came in as faithful or traitors. But they showed us that they both came in as faithfuls. So Faja and Alexander are back in the game. That gives me and Logan another person back in the game. Which was great because I just lost somebody and Logan lost somebody. And David stole Jack from me, and therefore Jack is no longer in the game. So Jack is officially out of the game for real, for reals, and he's gone home. So Faja and Alexander are back. They are immune from being banished and murdered, but they do not vote at the round table, but they can sit and observe. This is a chance for them to learn and get a lay of the land and figure out what's happening in this game. What have they missed? So they are there, but they are not getting voted out. They are not voting, and they can't be murdered. So we will see Faja and Alexander at breakfast the next day. But so everybody comes back, and also Faja and Alexander both have shields that they could give out to somebody, but they cannot give the shields out until after the round table. So they both have shields. Jake had a shield. Jake, I keep saying Jake. Jack had a shield too, but since he's gone home, he can't get a shield to nobody. So, but Alexander and Faja both have shields, and they could give them to someone after the round table. So they go back to the house. They're trying to, get to know each other, meet the people who they never met, get to be reunited with the people that they did meet. It was just like day one all over for them. So they were meeting and trying to figure out what the dynamics of the house is, who's with who's who are people suspecting. Freddie feels a little defeated. Freddie feels so super defeated and sad because Freddie's like, everybody's looking at me, everybody's saying they think it's me. I don't know what to do. I would not kill Maya if I was a traitor right after she called me out. That makes no sense to me. Leon was telling his car, which was Tyler was in there, and Dan was in there, and he was like, I just think Leon was like, I'm going with my gut. Still think it's Kaz. Kaz is just somebody who I'm going with. And Tyler just got all confused in the head. He's like, I don't know. I just feel like going with your gut and going with my gut and da da da. But all that moment from that before that, he was seriously focused and only focused on Freddie that entire time. But then all of a sudden he was like, oh, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I feel like it could be this, but I feel like it could be that. I don't know. So Tyler and Freddie go have a conversation, and Freddie is like, why would I kill Maya right after she called me out? Wouldn't that look suspicious? That's kind of crazy. When Jake was right there as somebody I could have killed, and it wouldn't have come back on me at all. Like that would have made even more sense. If I was a traitor. It just didn't make sense. He said, I don't get it. I don't understand why people would think that. And Tyler's listening. He's like, yeah. Dan Steele's like, something about Anna though, y'all. I just feel like Anna is someone who I don't know. Meanwhile, Leanne, Olivia, and Leanne and Olivia are outside listening to this conversation, and with Leon was in there too. All of them are having this conversation with Leanne and Olivia outside listening. And Anna walks up just in time to hear her name being called. And it's like, somebody say my name? Like, I don't know why people think I'm the traitor. I haven't done anything. I haven't said anything. I've been playing very honest and very nice. And I think that's the problem. I think the problem is Anna is like, who is she? Who's Anna? We don't even know who Anna is, know what Anna is about. Anna has seriously just been sitting there the entire time. And she doesn't speak at the round tables. Like she never spoke at any of the roundtables that I've seen. And so everybody's like, she's so quiet. Like, why would, why would we, like, it's something about her. Dan has this strong feeling about Anna and he just can't let it go. And I understand. She's too quiet. She's just like, doesn't, she has the purple edit of the season for me. Her and Francesca, and it's a lot. Even Alex is getting to that point. I'm like, who are you? Where, who are you? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they don't have it edit right now. And so, like, up until when they said Anna, I was like, who's Anna? And I had to go look. I was like, oh, because I didn't know who she was. She's just been so quiet and just didn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. I don't know who she is. And so when he said it, I'm like, absolutely. She would be suspicious in my eyes because she does not talk at the round table. And then she's just like, goes with what everybody else says. And it to me, I'll be like, that's a traitor's move. It's just like, who are you? Like, but then she got really defensive about when she heard her name. She's like, I mean, but why? But why would anybody say? And I live in a house with a large family, and I know how to defend myself at a table. We go back and forth, and I know how to defend myself. And I'm like, but where has it been, homegirl? Like, hello, where has it been? Where is this fight? Like, I know what's happening. You had no reason to fight, so therefore there was no fight. Now you feel you have a reason to fight, and now you feel like everything you have to say something. So she was a little upset that her name was being mentioned, and whatever, it is what it is. Your name has been mentioned. Everybody's name is going to be mentioned at some point. But Anna is kind of just like, okay, now that I've heard it, what am I going to do? So she's trying to figure out her moves, but people are making their decisions already. People are already starting to form their opinions on things. And so going into the round table, the names we've heard was Freddie, Kasim, and Anna. So those are the names. Tyler and Olivia is telling Tyler, don't you switch up on us. Don't you switch up on us, because we heard your conversation. We saw you talking to Freddie, and don't you switch up on us. Like, you have been talking about Tyler all day. He's like, I know this is, it's just so much. I'm torn. I'm going back and forth. She was like, don't switch up on us. You've been talking about Tyler. You convinced me it's Tyler. You convinced her. Freddie. You convinced Leanne it's Freddie. We are all on this Freddie band, and you better not switch up. And Tyler's like, I'm not switching. I'm not switching. I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm just gonna go with my gut. That's what I'm gonna do. So we go to the round table. And the round table happens. And boy, did the round table happen. The round table was round tabling today. So the round table happens. And right off the bat, it was Joe. He was like, I have to say this. No, it was Dan. It was Dan. Was it Dan? I think it was Dan. Dan was like, I have to say this. Anna, I think it's you. I think you're a traitor. And Anna's like, oh, I knew you were going to say it. I just don't. She was like, why? Why would you think that? He was like, it's just a feeling that I cannot get rid of. It's something about when I talk to you and all the things you say, it feels like you're just regurgitating other things that you've heard. Like, it's just, it doesn't feel genuine. I don't know what it is, but I don't particularly trust you. I don't trust what you're saying. And she's like, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I am being honest. I'm being faithful. I'm a faithful. I don't know what else you want me to do. I just don't. And so Lisa's like, well, let me jump in here and tell you why I think you're a traitor. Because there's reasons for this. So remember at the challenge when you had jumped off the boat and you had the rope and you ran to the right side to tie up the boat, and then all of a sudden you took off running to the wrong side of the boat, and we had to yell at you to come back. She was like, I didn't do that. We're like, yes, you did, girl. We all saw you do it. You did it twice. You did it. She was like, I didn't do that. Lisa's like, oh yeah, you did. You ran to the right side, then you ran to the wrong side. We yelled at you to come back. You came back, and then you just wrapped the rope around the thing and left it there. You didn't tie it. You just wrapped it around the pole, and the boat started shifting back out, drifting back out into the water. And I felt like that could be a traitorous move. And I get it, because if I'm Lisa and Frankie on this boat, and everybody is going to get off and get safety if they standing in the ring of fire, and then you tie the boat or not tie the boat, and you let us drift back out into the water, if we don't get back in time before they light the fire, guess who's not safe? So it feels like it could feel very traitorous, like a traitorous move to do something like that. But Francesca's like, I'm sorry. I mean, Annie's like, Annie is like, I'm Anna. It's not Annie, it's Anna. Anna's like, I'm sorry, I'm not a sailor. I don't know how to tie up a boat. And I'm like, girl, girl, that's the defense you. That's gonna be your argument. I'm not a sailor. I don't know how to tie a boat. Can you tie your shoes? Can you tie a knot? Can you tie anything up? Then you know you got to take it, wrap it around, and pull it through in order to tie something. You can't just wrap something around something and say, oh, it's tied up. That's madness. That's crazy. Like, let's use your brain. Let's not act like you have to be a sailor to know how to tie something up. That's crazy. But we know she's not a traitor. But it still just feels like that was just a weird thing to say. That if you don't want people to think you're a traitor, don't say stuff that's gonna make people think you're a traitor, because baby, you sound like a traitor. In that moment, you sound like a traitor. But she was like, I don't know, I'm not a sailor. I don't know, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, girl, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So people are like, okay, all right, not a sailor. Got it. So then they change it over to Freddie. And they're like, Freddie, we need to know, because I've started thinking that you are a traitor because of Maya. Why would you, like, you killed Maya? And Freddie's like, that doesn't make any sense. Maya's whole explanation of why she said me and why she said the people she said was the people, somebody was trying to protect her. And it's obvious Armani was the one trying to protect her. And now Armani's gone, and then Maya is gone. And because Maya called me out, I would turn around and then kill her. That doesn't make any sense. That's too obvious. And Freddie is like, that doesn't make any sense. And then Olivia's like, well, I mean, it could be a perfect double bluff. I think it's a good double bluff that you would think that we would think it was too obvious for you to kill Maya, and then we don't go after you. And he's like, that doesn't make any sense, because there's other people I could have killed where it wouldn't have came back on me. Why wouldn't I kill that person? That doesn't make sense. And so Olivia and Leon's just like, okay, we on this Freddy train. So then Leon jumps in and is like, look, I'm going with my gut here, and I can only go with my gut. And Cass, I feel like it might be you. And Cass is like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what else to tell you. I've said I wasn't. It just feels like everything I say and do, y'all just are going to say it's me. Like, you're going to say it's me. And I don't think that's right. I don't know what else to say and do. And Father jumps in and was like, it sounds like you're giving up. He's like, I mean, if you've gone through this 4 times, after a while, it's like, what else can I say? I can fight, I can argue, and everything I say be twisted and turned. I don't know what else to tell you. I am not a traitor. I have done everything I can to show that I'm not a traitor, but people are going to constantly come after me of being a traitor. So therefore, why fight it? Why even fight it? And so Foch was like, oh, so it's just personal now. People are doing personal. And he was like, I mean, I can't even talk. I can't play the game. And every time I walk into a room, people stop talking. Nobody talks to me. So I feel very isolated. And she was like, it feels so it's very personal now. And she was like, that's not right. That's not right for it to be so personal. And people were like, oh my God, Cos, I didn't think you felt that way. I didn't know you felt that way. You didn't think somebody felt that way when y'all stopped talking to him? Like, well, how else is he supposed to feel? And Leon is like, I don't think you are a bad person. I just think you are the perfect foil to be a traitor. Like, you have the perfect characteristics to be a traitor. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So it was just like, I don't know what else to say. And so by that time, Claudia comes in and the voting begins. The voting begins. We start. Um, Leanne votes for Freddie. I am not going to go through these lists because I didn't write down who all voted for. I do know who Francesca broke Freddie's heart when she voted for him. She voted for Freddie, and Freddie lost it because Freddie looked to Francesca like a mother figure. That's what he says. He's like, I like talking to the older people in this house because they remind me of home and my mother. And maybe it's just me being naive and 20 years old that I feel like I need this in my life. But it just, uh, I do. And so when Francesca voted for him, he just starts sobbing. He was sobbing. He could not believe she would do it. And she felt bad for doing it. And um the votes were very, very close. The votes were very, very close. F- uh 5 for Freddie, 5 for Anna, and 5 for Kasim at one point. And then um Tyler voted for Cass. And Cass is like, and so Olivia and Leanne is like, what? What is fuming? Olivia fuming at this moment. Fuming. She's like, what? Oh, what? Fuming. She's pissed. And so at the end, the person who got the most votes was Kasim. He is now banished. This was not a good night for Team Lana. We'll say, because it didn't matter if it was Anna or Kasim, I was gonna lose somebody else. But if it was Freddie, it wouldn't have been me. But Kasim has been banished, and his final words were, "I can't believe." He said, "Joe, I can't believe you got me from a gleam in my eye at a toast." And Joe was like, "Oh, I was right. I was right." He was convinced he was right. He was like, "Oh," and he was like, "But from day one, when I walked in here, I have been I was selected as a faithful," and turned around and walked away. And everybody was like, "No! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!" And then it's like, "I knew it! I knew it! I have been saying it, and I knew it." And Joe was like, "Why would you like?" And Dean was like, I mean, you deserve that. He said, he told you. And Joe was like, why you always gotta take stuff so personal? It ain't gotta be about you. Like, and Dan was like, I'm not taking it personal. You taking it personal. I'm just saying I knew, and I've been trying to tell y'all and convince y'all, and y'all not listening. And Joe was like, this is not even about you right now. So then Olivia steps in and she's like, hold on. We just lost a good faithful, someone who was really good. She said, I knew it wasn't him. I knew it wasn't him. And I knew who it was. And she looked at Tyler and she looked at Freddie, and Tyler was just like, oh, could have just stuck with my gut. They still would have been wrong, by the way, because Freddie's not a traitor. But they just knew it. They just knew it. They knew it. And we just lost Kasim. Claudia said, Faithful, what are you doing? You just lost another one. Mm, 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 They were so sad. Olivia's like, I just gotta get out of here. I just gotta get out of here. Her and Joe go storming off, and they're mad. They're in the kitchen, and Joe is still snapping about Dan and how he's always saying stuff. And he like, what am I supposed to just vote your way every time because you told me to? Absolutely not. That's not how this works. And they were mad. They were mad, 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 mad. And baby, it was crazy. It was wild. But they were mad. Freddie's still sobbing. Francesca goes and tries to console him. Was like, "It's okay. You're still here. You're still here." And Freddie's just like, "Oh, that just didn't feel good to know that the people who I thought I trusted, the people who I was trying to work with, does not trust me." And he just cried, cried, cried. But the shields were handed out, And so Faja gave her shield to Leanne, and Alexander said his shield was between Tyler, Dan, and Mina. And so Dan was like, hey, 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 why don't you tell everybody that you're thinking of giving your shield to either Dan, Tyler, or Mina? That way, the traitors won't pick off one of us because they know they think one of us has the shield, and that way we won't, we won't die and we'll all be protected. Alexander's like, okay. He said, just don't tell anybody who you're actually giving it to. Just say it's between Mina, Tyler, and Dan. So if you happen to tell a traitor, they'll know. So we see Fasha give her shield to Leanne, but we don't see who Alexander gives his shield to before everybody disperses and goes on to their night. So then the traitors go into the turret, and we see Mina and Linda in the turret, and they're like, um, we just have to figure out what we're going to do and who has these shields. I mean, it's like, oh, me. I have Alexander's shield. So they're like, yes, shield. If we decide to kill, we can kill anybody because you have a shield, and we just have to stay away from the person we tried to kill before because they have a shield. Or we don't know who, so we have to be careful. So then there's a knock at the door, and Claudia comes in, and she's like, look at you. Look at my traitors go. Y'all doing it. Period. In so many words. But she was like, but you do have a choice. You could either seduce a faithful to become a traitor, or you could murder someone. That is your options. You have options now. And so they were like, okay. Okay. She said, you make your decision, let me know, and I will deliver the note. So they talk it out. They're like, who do we think would, she said, if we murder somebody, because two people came into the castle, so we could just murder somebody and get it back where we were, or seducing somebody does sound like a good idea. So the short list of who they're thinking about seducing is Faja, Freddie, and Charlotte. Now, me personally, I think Faja would be a really good idea, but I think Charlotte could be an idea. I don't think they need to recruit a dude. Not yet. I think they need to recruit another woman. That way, when it comes to it, if they need to throw somebody under the bus, the two of them throw the one that they bring in under the bus, and they be like, it's another woman. So now it's gotta be a dude. It gotta be a dude. And then you recruit again, and then you definitely recruit a dude. And it stays away from you. And everybody continue to think it's guys. And you just keep them away from you. Like, I think that would be ideal. I think that would be the best. But I don't know. That's my personal opinion. Y'all need to tell me what y'all think in the comments. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or if I'm tripping, if I'm crazy. I think it's a good idea, but y'all let me know what you think, because that's where we left off. That's where we ended. We see we got Kasim being banished. We had Maya being murdered, and we get to see somebody is going to be seduced, because they do decide to seduce someone to become a traitor. So we'll see next time who gets seduced and if they accept it, if they become a traitor. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it, but it would be fun if they did. I I'm okay with either. I kind of think, I hope whoever they seduce accepts it and become a traitor, so we can keep it moving and keep it cute. But if they don't, you know, it is what it is. And then maybe they'll think, oh, the traitors tried to kill the person with the shield, and but they had a shield. And that would be cute. Especially since Mina knows she has the shield. She can be like, I think they tried to kill me, but I had the shield thanks to Alexander. And it'll be like, oh, okay, because nobody thinks Mina's a traitor. And then if they think they tried to kill her and she had a shield, she'll be a forever traitor, which would be perfect. Would be perfect. So I don't know. I hope if they don't accept, Mina has that card. If they do accept, then it is what it is. Mina still has that card. Like, why is everybody here? Did they recruit or and then she was like, I think they tried to kill me because I have a shield. And then Leanne be like, I have a shield too, so maybe they tried to kill one of us. Hmm. So we shall see. We shall see how it turns out, but still stellar show, stellar performance. This has been such a good season so far. I'm excited. Can't wait till tomorrow so I can watch it again, watch some more, and see what happens. And guess what? I'll be right back here tomorrow talking about it. Sure will. I might recruit some people of my own. I might recruit some traders for me, but we shall see. But y'all know what to do. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Um, Hit the subscribe, the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Please subscribe. We are trying to reach our goal. So we need you to help us get there. Follow all of our other channels. Those links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links if you need to listen to us on the go, as well as our Patreon so you can get early access to videos and exclusive content across all 4 of our channels. And follow us on all of our socials at The Cut Pod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. We'll be on TikTok until they ban us here, and then we'll be on Twitter until that explodes and we all leave and go to bluer skies. So all of our socials are still posted. We'll still there until we're not. You can follow me too on my Instagram is right there, and my Twitter's down there. So follow me. I'm the same thing on TikTok too, but we're about to be banned, so you might not follow me there, but that's fine. Lemonade, Lemonade. Follow me on Lemonade. Yeah, same thing. Same Lady J 78. Same thing. But follow me on all of our socials and follow us on all of our socials. And I'm gonna go and see about recruiting some people. So I gotta get going to the turrets. Get your cup merch too, by the way. Lana G Creations.etsy.com. Get your merch. Let me get my cloak on because I have to go do some recruiting. So cheers, y'all. Cheers. Bye. I can't really see, so there we go. Cheers. Bye.